Public sector is really unique, right? So when you build a company and you start selling to banks or you start selling to insurance, pharmaceuticals, telecommunication, they all can learn from each other and adapt from one another, and they can, optimize on industry experience to apply best practices. Public sector is just totally different. There's defense, there's intelligence, there's state, local, and education, there's federal civilian agency workforces.
One of the big events of my life was 9/11. And one of the biggest failures that happened was the lack of sharing data across agencies, from intelligence to the FBI and everyone else. Within government, all the information was there, but because people were holding on to that data and not either able to share it or weren't willing to share it, the right people couldn't connect the dots. One of the biggest challenges in the public sector for utilizing data is the fact that they tend to still be on a lot of legacy hardware, software, and are still having difficulty moving to the cloud. Being in the cloud allows them to more easily share data across different agencies with the public, in kind of DoD, military, or intelligence scenarios, being able to even share with our coalition partners.
When we talk about infrastructure, you have to look at infrastructure in two different lenses. In the public sector, we have classic infrastructure. So cloud is still something that's being adopted, right? Obviously in the commercial world, it is adopted, right? Like no one is really thinking about on-premises classic infrastructure as a service, right? We've moved to the 3 hyperscalers, right? Public sector is still figuring this out.
The public sector today is taking a lot of cues from commercial investments in data infrastructure, data technology. The adoption of cloud ecosystems and an emphasis on converging architectures has really allowed for the promise of modern data analytics to be put into production in most of our global public sector customer base.
I'd argue those challenges exist on the defense side as well. How do we get fast? We do it with less people. We have data products that come from a single source of truth straight to the decision maker, packaged, and it doesn't take 3 staffs of people to get it there.
I should be able to go ask a question and get statistics back. I should be able to crawl a bunch of different databases and not need to know how to write code. We need to retrain our workforce to get there. These are really smart people. They're hardworking people, but we need to make them far more efficient. We want to make sure we can put people to work on their data. We want to make sure we can provision that access if they have the rights to it. And we want to make sure we can take those rights back if they shouldn't have it. And those are the controls they're going to layer on top of a data and AI stack.